And good morning, this is Harry Bowman trying something new with this morning's live stream bicycle ride. Ignore that black bit you can see there, that's the camera holder. What I'm trying new this morning is this here. This is my plug-in headset on the phone. Now I'm going to try this to see as we go for a bike ride around Bon Uni and then onto the boardwalk around Lake Orr. We're going to see if this stops the wind noise. So, when you wake up and join us, you can give me some feedback on whether this stops the wind noise. So let's go to the front camera. Here we are just on the side of Bond University, and we'll see if this has solved the wind noise problem. And we are off. This is what off is like. So, Adam. Morning, Adam. Now, what I want you to tell me is if the headset I'm wearing has stopped the wind noise issue. In theory, it should. So, because it's not using the microphones in the phone, it's using the microphone on the headset. So, and Chris says he can hear me clearly. That is excellent. Magic morning this morning, 12 degrees, Sunday morning, last day of July 2016. What we need to do, as I ride over this bridge, is just turn the bike to give you this fantastic view of Bon Uni. Looking at the lake and looking at some of the buildings there of Bon University. So that's where we're riding. We're just riding past it and up to a boardwalk that goes around a lake that they call Lake Orr. And if you don't know what Bon Uni is, you'll have to research it. Back in the days when Bond was not, my name is Bond, Chesty Bond, not that Bond, the other Bond, the one that was famous for building the university and racing the yacht and all the rest. Can't think of his first name now. Natalie is watching, and Gianna says, hey Gianna. So far this morning, we have ridden 21 kilometres from Currumbin Valley, which is awesome, and currently doing 17 kilometres an hour. And it's and I don't know what's happened to Lou, but she stopped back there. It's just, it looks like I'm going to go round in circles now, trying to figure out why she is all the way back there. Right, she's catching up now. Yeah, hi Natalie. How's the sound using this headset? Is this better? Because that wind noise was just ridiculous. I watched back the video that I took yesterday when I was coming down the hill at 55 kilometres an hour, and man, that's freaky. I mean, it was loud, but boy, it was just freaky how scary it looked on video. It was just like, wow. So, come on, car, go past. Oh, seriously. All right, now we're coming up to what is a really nice boardwalk, and it'll be worth sticking around to see this. A little bit of a zigzag to get onto it. It's a bit of a challenge. Just go easy here. But we go down this little zigzag. Well, it's a perfect morning to ride along this boardwalk. Oh, lost her again. She's there somewhere. Can hear a voice. And once more around here. Okay, it's good. Natalie says excellent. It's good. Okay. We get a chance while I'm waiting for Luba to catch up. I will show you this lovely boardwalk here and the lake here that we're going to ride around in a minute. People jogging and walking. There's pelicans flying around and seagulls and a couple of walruses. What did you come down? Don't come down the stairs. Luba's taking a shortcut. All right. Morning. Oh boy. Luba decided the ramp wasn't fast enough for her. She went straight down the stairs. That was a hell of a thing. Morning. Oh boy. The weather looks fantastic. Chris says the weather looks fantastic this morning. It is fantastic, Chris. Again, like yesterday morning, it's it's calm and clear. The difference with yesterday morning was when I was riding down Tweed, the wind noise was just, even riding slowly about, well, I'm faster than going now. I'm only doing about 14k now, but it was just, yeah. Here is Lake Orr. Let me just stop here. I'll just do a pan towards the sun, which is just coming, morning, which is just coming over the top. Have a look at that. The railing is in the road a bit, but this is Lake Orr, named after, I'm trying to remember the history of this one now. Somebody named Orr, I can't think what his first name was now, but that's what they named the lake after. And that's who they named the lake after, I think. I think that's correct, if I've got that history right. Just updating the history on, last week I was talking about Bernie Elston, the person behind the naming of the original name of Surfers Paradise when I was riding up there, and how it was called Elston. And I said I'd have all my history correct there, because I researched it afterwards to see how good my memory was. He was responsible for it being named Elston, but it was Jim Cavell who had the first hotel there. And Jim Cavell that's why there's Cavell Avenue in Surfers Paradise, probably the most well-known street there. And it was Jim Cavell that was responsible, I think it was 1947, or might have been a bit earlier, in naming it Surfers Paradise, or trying to get its name changed to Surfers Paradise. So let's have a look at this beautiful calm lake here this morning as we ride around. Top spot to ride, especially on a lazy. That's your lake, Gopal, it is, isn't it? Yes, you'd recognise it. I bet you walk around here a bit. Good for taking a young one around on a stroller, really young, and then, yeah, very good. Cross this lovely little bridge with water hen there. I love boardwalks. Boardwalks are fantastic. Morning. Yeah, boardwalks just have something really magical about them. I'm not sure what it is, but what we'll do is we'll live stream up to the bridge that crosses over Lake Orr up here. This area is around Bond University in Lake Orr is called Varsity Lakes. Was originally called Burleigh Forest, the first stage when it opened in the 80s. And then they sort of dropped that name and named it Robina, connected it onto Robina as Robina suburb was developed. And I don't think anyone remembers the name Burleigh Forest anymore. That's become ancient history. But for those of us that have been on the coast a long time, we remember all these things. So, across another little boardwalk. Lots of development going on here. Gopal, if you're still watching. They're building 2 and 3 bedroom waterfront apartments there. Yeah. So, quite nice. Very pleasant ride. Look at that. Very nice cruising around here. So I'll have to redo my ride that I did yesterday afternoon at some stage with the headset. And I'll come down Tomwin Mountain Road at 55k again, this time without the wind noise. You'll be able to hear me with the headset going Yahoo very loudly, as opposed to Yahoo not so loudly, as opposed to no Yahoo at all. And, oh, first bicycle passed here. Yeah. Let's head to the left, over the bridge here. Morning.
Morning.
Got a pelican in the water on the right there, very lazily doing his thing. It's a very unusual bridge design, this one. Morning. The Varsity Lakes and surrounds look beautiful. Beautiful area. Definitely beautiful area. Yeah. Here we go over this most unusual bridge up towards a little local shopping centre with the Aldi in it. So we'll go to the right because that's really nice around the lake there too. Beautiful area to ride here. Okay. Thank you. Morning. Yeah, this is very peaceful this morning. It's telling me it's still 12 degrees and it feels like it. I took my gloves off and I'm starting to notice it. Oh wow, ahead I see a crane, building crane in the distance, and I'm actually surprised where they're building. It's an area of land that I didn't think they'd develop. Well, silly me. I've seen so much on the coast get developed. The Gold Coast, they developed all the good land first, all the stuff around close to the beach, and then as they ran out of all the good land, they had to start developing the stuff that's noisier, like when I say noisier, close to the motorway. So the stuff that's noisier, that's also, what's the other word? Yeah, it's less, it's just not as good land. It's further west, it's hotter in summer, colder in winter, less accessible to the facilities. So over the years I've seen them develop land that never would have thought anyone would even look at. And then they tend to sell it to people who come up from other places that haven't lived on the coast, haven't experienced the history. People come up from Sydney or Melbourne and buy these places, and then they go through their first summer and discover just how hot it is when you're not near the beach on the coast. They go, geez, So they find out the hard way. But because they're buying places that were originally farms and swamps and, well, actually, correction, most of the Gold Coast was swamp. If you want to go back, when I say swampy type, mulga or whatever they call it. So most of it was like that. If you want to go back to look at the photos of the coast, Google some of the Gold Coast photos from the 50s, you'll see that basically what you had was the Gold Coast Highway and about one or two streets to the west of it, and then that's it. West of that was just all scrub and swampy, sandy ground. They reclaimed a lot of it, turned a lot of it into canal estates. There's another developer's trick. Another developer's trick is to turn swampy land into canals. They can dig it out, build up the land at the same time as creating the area for the water. So they're reclaiming the land and also creating the canal at the same time. So giving away all the developer secrets here. I was in real estate, so I used to see a few of these different tricks. So now we're riding around more of Varsity Lakes here, and it's pretty hard to put up with, really. What we're going to do is go around here up to the bridge. Got to find the access up to the bridge through one of these side streets. and then we can ride through what really is the older parts that haven't been developed of scrubby land. So, and I'm glad we've got your company this morning. Now I can't go up that access on the left because that's stairs. So let's keep riding around here with the sun coming up. And so peaceful. There is a street here that comes, there's a ramp I think from this path up to a street here on the left. And stairs there. Okay, here we go. Up here. I think most people are asleep still. What's time? 7 o'clock. Wow, 7:05. Okay. Surprised. Lazy Sunday in the suburbs. We'll get to see a bit of Varsity Lakes now. Okay. And a little bit of a incline. Here we go. So, what's your plans for today? What are people up to today? I've got some work to do around the home, fix a few things, a bit of maintenance, just for a change. I'm not going to go out and eat somewhere. So, what are other people doing today? Chip in, if anyone's still watching, chip in and let me know. So, now we'll ride around here to a really nice path that will take us past the Audi TT convertible. No, that wasn't convertible, it's just a regular Audi TT. Right. And we will go left onto this path. Up here. This is a nice track through here. As we come down here, and we've had a comment. Brecky, oh yeah, Natalie, what's vegan yum like? I see pictures, I hear comments that it's pretty good. What is its, can you tell me what it's like, and can you tell me what its address is? What suburb is it in? Is it, yeah, look at this view I'm looking at here, the lake here. It's hard to put up with. What's Chris say? Housework and chilling out at Bacchus March. Hoping for some sun. Natalie says that vegan yum is very nice. That's good. That's good. Here we go across some more of these beautiful little boardwalk bridges. Even better when they have these tiny little, almost non-existent rails on the side of them. Fantastic. Is this just a beautiful path to ride around or what? It's done 25 kilometres this morning. Really magnificent. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The southern end of the coast has some pretty nice locations. And Natalie says, South Pine at Everton Park next to Charlie's. Okay. Haven't been to Charlie's either, which I have to check out. Everton Park. Look, I don't know the suburbs of Brisbane well enough to know where Everton Park's near. Give me some reference to that, Natalie, will you? Because probably been there a million times, just haven't paid enough attention. So, have a look. Go around here. So I was explaining yesterday that the way that these pedal assist bikes work is that they only work if you're pedaling, and they only work if you, they only work up to be legal up to 26 kilometres an hour, and they only work if you actually have them, the pedal assist mode switched on. So you can do what I'm doing now, which is ride without it, and just use it if you want to go up a bit of an incline. And you've got 3 power settings: low, medium and high. High for hills, and low, or what they call eco, just for riding around town on the flat. And then a normal mode if you're feeling you need a little bit of more help. Wow, how could we be... Okay, got further to go to this track than I thought. How is that possible? I seem to have lost reference of where I'm going. Am I back here again? No. Strange. It's Northside Brisbane. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, now I'm talking so much, I'm trying to get my reference. Okay. How did I end up here? I've actually think I've... Have I taken a wrong turn, or am I just... Wow. Now I'm really confused. No, I think I'm on the right track. I think where I thought I was before, the story of my life, where I thought I was before was probably not the right spot. Okay. Oh, bouncing. Because I wanted to show you, before I sign off this morning, I wanted to show you this lovely ride through the... Here we go. Now we're getting up to it. This lovely ride through the scrub. And you'll really appreciate the bushy parts of the coast. It's about a kilometre ahead. Yes, definitely a nice track to ride along Natalie. It's near Stafford. See, that doesn't mean much to me either. Trees and... Yeah, I'm just trying to read your comments by bending my head down on a strange angle to see the bottom of the phone's display on the handlebar, which I will be modifying this... wow, what happened here? I'll be modifying this phone mounting location with a special bar that will clip onto the handlebars and allow the phone to be mounted up high directly in front of me, and I'll be able to get a better view of the screen and a better view for videoing as well. So let's go up here. Now actually going to get out of the residential part and into the mulga. So let's see. Here we go. We're getting into the bush. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this, because this is what I was referring to earlier. If you're getting a good view of this, you'll get an idea of this is the way most of the coast used to be. So you only have to look at the pictures of it from the past, and you'll realise it was very... what you would not describe as attractive real estate, I'll put it that way. I mean, sure, it's beautiful nature, but from a real estate point of view, it wasn't like, I don't know, lovely plains or whatever. It was actually like what we're riding through now. You have a look at this, like we're riding through a swamp from the deep south. And this is how it was. It's how I remember it as a kid before they developed a lot of it. And, you know, there was a lot of problems because they developed on land that was unstable, that was mostly sand. In Palm Beach, for many years, lots of problems with houses subsiding about 20 years after, maybe 20 or more years after they've been built. Houses built in the 60s, the brick homes, massive cracks in the exterior walls as the houses started to sink because the developers had built on unstable land. Maybe they've got their act together now, maybe they haven't. But really what you're getting is a little slice of history by me riding through here. And a lot of those houses, the older houses in Palm Beach, have, you know, been knocked down and redeveloped now. But I think a bit embarrassing to see what they allowed. And even in recent times, the council allowed houses to be built on the side of a hill in Currumbin that ended up with so much subsidence issues that the owners had to evacuate the council told them they had to move out of these houses, and quite a number of them. It was on the news a few years back. Whilst they tried to figure out what the hell to do with these houses that were sliding down the hill, or looking like they were going to slide down the hill. So, I mean, they're in a fantastic location there, the ones I'm talking about, near the Currumbin Sanctuary. But, just, yeah, shouldn't have been built on incredibly steep slopes. If you go up to Lancel Avenue, I think it is one of them, and I can't think of the other ones. There's a couple there. Lancel's the one up near the top. And the houses along the side of the road that leads up to Lancel Avenue all had a lot of problems. So I'm going to stop here to finish this, because we're going to ride into an industrial area, and that's not exciting at all. So let's go back to the front camera. All right. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Hasn't it been fun? Yes, and don't the kids just love it? Yes! So we'll have you folks around real soon. Anyway, okay, that's it for now. And live vegan and prosper. Ahimsa. Thank you for joining me. See ya.